Welcome back to main series match number 8, game number 2 of 5. The current score is Draxie 3 behind on strokes. Those results will carry into this game, so I will try to keep track every so often. And I think I'm ready. I'm just gonna double check the items. Yep, they're all there. And I think we should let this one fly. Alright, and we're starting off with Rain, an interesting development. A very interesting development already. This course might go pretty similarly to Pink Wind, but it is a little bit more difficult. Has a little bit more risk involved, so should be some interesting developments along the way. Suppose we'll find out. Okay, I mean that's fine. You do that. A bit short. I do agree, wedges are weird. Quite so. Wedges might just be the strangest club. Does this sound right? A little bit harder? Probably this sounds right. I'm kind of expecting the wind to just take this down. Yeah, could have gone a little further, but it's fine. That's doable. And it could be all yours for $9.99. Bruh. Oh yes, right, I have to carry the commentary now since Draxie has to be mute. So I am all by my lonesome right now. I'll try to keep things interesting, but there's only so much I can do. Alright, the rain is ended. Just a one whole event, that rain was. This is where I probably would just play it safe. I think that's the right call here. We don't need to get too insane just yet. And we're going for max with power spin here. Let's see where that takes us. Close enough. Looks like a shot like that was never going to fully make it, but close enough is good enough. I think I might be in the same boat, actually. Yeah, just let this one fly similarly. Not too shabby, I think. Probably could adjust a little bit more for the wind. It looks that way. Yeah. Oh well. Keeping it nice and simple for now. Coming into the first par 3 of the map. Alright, well. Okay with that? I'm gonna have to be. Interesting that this is the 2 of 3 one. Running out of time. I'll just think about it like that. Hopefully it's not too far off the mark. It's perfect. Alright, looks like we're going for a 3-wood normal shot here as an option. Certainly a valid one. Not quite the distance, though. And after 3, Draxie is 4 strokes behind, cumulative so far. I want to hold back here quite a bit. Let's do that. Let me go for the 2-eye shot. And that looks pretty good. Ooh, okay. That just made things a little interesting. Wait a second, that just made things a little interesting. I need to be careful though. This course does consume power shots. When there's an opportunity. Okay, so that kind of means maybe like this, something similar to that. Let's go with that. Oh, whoops. Let's try not to fuck that up again. That would be bad. Alright. Alright. I just was not in the right place. Let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, I needed to be a little bit more adjusting to that. Okay. It's fine. There's a good chance I might pay for that later, but we'll see. We'll see for now. Hole 5. Ah, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, using that might not have been such a good idea here. Okay, well, we have to live with our decision. Going to have to live with our decision. Oh, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, yours didn't make it. Oh, yours didn't make it. Interesting. Interesting development here. Going in with 9-eye style. Not quite. And with that, Draxie falls to 5 strokes behind. Coming into hole number 6. Yeah, we got no power shots to speak of, so we gotta just let this one fly. Alright. Fairway is always nice. I would so bad, but nah, we gotta be a little disciplined here. Can't just do this all the time. Can't expect it to work all the time either. Gotta try to remain disciplined. But it doesn't mean I don't want to get real close. Damn, I should have gone more gas on that. Alright, trying for the 8-eye here. 8-eye no spin with a bit of up. And not quite. Alright, another even hole. Hole 7 with a 7-meter wind. Gonna make things really interesting with that 7. I'm gonna hold back a little because of 7. Good positioning. 7. Oh no. Ooh, that's not good. This hole is always a tricky one. And it looks like it's claimed yet another victim. Makes it this time. Not bad. A chip in would have been an excellent comeback here, but it was not meant to be. Yeah, it did. Sometimes it just does that. It is, you know, unfortunate but true. Sometimes it do be like that. Alright, well this is an awkward shot for me. I do want to hold back a little. So we'll do something like that. Probably meet in the middle there. I think meeting in the middle sounds about right. Hopped a bit over the hole there. Almost. That's doable. Alright, and with that unfortunate par, after hole 7, Draxie is 7 strokes behind, and still has a -7 for this round. You could tell I like saying the number 7. Kind of thinking about there sounds about good to me. I think so. Alright. Right, so that's like that. Which means about that. So let's do that. Bada bing, bada boom. Just a bit off on the wind adjustment. Ah, oh, man, that hurts. That hurts. That actually hurts. Oh, man. That's literally all that was. Nothing else. And he lets it fly. And it's a bit short. Alright. It's time for hole 9. Usually a fun one. Do, 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 do. We'll go with that. Alright. Three. Man, where did the time go? Where did the time go? That was an overshot, okay. Should have gone a little bit less on that. Oh, that was close. Hey, let's it fly. What do we got here today? Next to the hole, just about. Yeah, that was close. Alright, halfway through game 2. Draxie's still 7 strokes behind. Yeah, this course does that. I'm forced to use... Actually, well, yeah, I can just use this. I was almost forced to use a wind strength when it really wasn't a good idea. Actually, do I really need this? I don't. No. This is kind of the asshole version. In that case, we're just gonna have to hope we make it, don't hit the thing first, all that shit, I guess. Okay, yeah. The power milk is fine, I can save that for later. Fortunately. I don't like that, but... Again, where did the time go? Where did all the time go? Jeez. Just in the wrong place. Thank goodness for the bounce I had versus the bounce I could have gotten, though. That could have been something nasty. And he lets it fly. What do we got today? It's way over. 7.5 over. Alright. Certainly a quiet last couple holes through the par 3 style gauntlet. With unfortunately no change in either direction. Oh, everything calms down a little bit for a little while. Goes for the power shot to be on the fairway. Honestly, a fair decision. I might go for something of my own before my gauge fills up. Okay, so that's that. That. And then I think we go all the way up to about here. A little short, a little in the wrong place. Okay, fair. Fair enough. Do 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 do. And he lets it fly. Bad bounce. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Creates a longer putt than he really wanted here. Still makes it though. All right, another quiet hole in the books. This for about 2/3 the way through game 2. All right. I think the best part about doing this on stroke play is we can actually speed up certain shots. I'm happy that the recording is going to be slightly shorter because of that. Alright. Setting up about 192 away. Bit of an interesting range here. Going for the 3-wood shot. Lets it fly. Oh, just on the green. I'd have to pull out the ruler to see how close that was. Whew boy, that was close. Let's see here. The fact that this is giving me a 3-eye is a little concerning. Logic says that shouldn't be, but I've been wrong before. Let's go a little bit more, I guess, and then... yeah, something like that's probably fine. Maybe a little too hard. I don't gotta think about it too much. You know, time goes pretty fast. I would say 60 seconds feels a little faster than I think it does. I hit the rough on that. Again, I am very glad I didn't hit the other part. I guess. Wow. That's kind of scary. I'm very fortunate I didn't hit something else with that. Ooh, and it spins around the hole. It's safe, though. A little bit of a scary hole there for Draxie there. Not only did he barely wind up on the green, barely made the putt too. A little bit ass clenching, if you ask me. I could probably try this. I don't have to. But it's probably worth trying. Alright, let's go with it. Probably a big risk here, though. Not at all. Draxie opts for the safer shot. I don't blame him. I almost thought about doing the same thing myself. Question we all ask ourselves from time to time: why is the wind so strong? Wee bit over. 9 yards away. Alright. Oh, this is a very unfortunate range. I think this is probably a roller. This is probably a roller, all things considered. Yeah. Just hope it doesn't roll too far down. I did put myself in this spot. Okay, it didn't even go far at all. That was so bad. Ew. That was actually really bad. Yikes. Probably should have thought about that a little more. Or given it lift or something there. Yeah, it's not really worth that, it looks like. It does it does go in for the burb. Alright. Shoot this a wee bit lower. Alrighty, and that's another hole in the books. 14. You can't let it scare you, man. We still have more than 3 games to play. Yes, it's bad, but you gotta get past that, man. Setting up 100 yards away all over again. Ooh, and it is off the green. Tough shot coming up. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Let's go about there. I'd be surprised if it needs more than that, but you never really know. It'll do. It'll do. Alright. This is a very critical shot here. Save success. Successful conversion to prevent things getting any worse for the time being. 4 holes remain. Oh, that's nice, actually. Definitely take those. Alright, that's our guess. Let's let it fly. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Ugh. Just this game, I missed so many. Jeez. They would have made the hole too. I just need to go 1 tick lower. Yeah, that's all that was. I did go 1 tick too many. And he lets it fly. And it is unfortunately short. I went long, he went short. Sometimes the hole just needs to be moved about 2 yards. Three holes remain. Do-do-do. I don't like where I am. That's a little sussy. Just a bit, though. I hope it doesn't matter. Definitely the better shot. Going 9-eye style. It's rolling. Hold to the left of the hole, but it's in a good spot. Boy, do I not like where I am. Oh my. This is kind of suspect, actually. I think my only saving grace is that I probably have to aim over here. Which probably puts me out of range for that anyway, so I think it's fine. Okay, so that's like, honestly, something like this. Although I should take off a little. Don't want to be flying off the hole or something. But I think we're away from that. I don't think we're going to affect it. Okay, very good. That's the important thing. We got our shot off. And apparently you're the hole. I mean, sure, I guess. Honestly, sure. I was pretty much on point if you were the hole. It would have beam impacted that. Yeah, I kind of wish you were, though. That would have been cool. It's alright, though. Do. Alright, coming in the 17. And he lets it fly. I do still have a couple of items left over. Alright, final hole of game number 2. Still technically have 3 wind items. Alright, this is gonna be one of those true guess type shots. So I do want to see if I can get like close and also like maybe in the hole for an epic finale. Okay, so that's 8. God damn. Alright. Almost played myself. Trying to get fancy instead of just shooting. Okay. Bit off the mark. Wee bit off the mark there. Did we just use a power milk for the vibes, or? Okay, I sure. I mean that kills your peng. You lose 5 peng doing that, but okay. Oh boy. Just doing it for the vibes, I guess. He lets it fly. Where's it going? In the rough. Ooh. No, fortunately the ring did come in, so this just comes down to the shot. No! Save not converted. One for 2 on saves today in this game. And with that, after a quiet back half, Draxie moves to 8 strokes behind right at the end of the game, coming into game number 3 at the Mystic Ruins. As a reminder, results carry over to the next game until we get to the end of game number 5. Those are some of the worst items I could have possibly gotten. Alright. I think we're stuck again. Alright. See you in game number 3.